6-yard field goal. While Bert made history as a kicker, it was his touchdown run with an intercepted pass that afternoon that won the game for the Colts and gave them their first victory in the NFL. Although Rechichar's field goal record was surpassed by Tom Dempsey in 1970, Bert will always remain a significant figure in Baltimore history.
Bert Rechichar was really a throwback. He was the most colorful person I knew of at the Colts. He had one eye. He made all-pro as a defensive back. He played tight end, linebacker, halfback, fullback. Played every position that the Colts would ask him to play.
Bert played in Baltimore for 7 years and had seasons when he led the team in interceptions, punting, scoring, and punt returns.
Bert was a character on our team. He was a heck of a defensive halfback, but he was dirty. Bert was always doing something to somebody, trying to gorge their eyes out, or kick them, or piling on. And Bert was a character. You know, like after practice, you'd get in your car, and Bert would say, "Where you going?" "So I'm going downtown." I said, "How about give me a ride?" So you'd start riding down through the middle of Baltimore, and all of a sudden Bert would say, "Stop, I'm getting out." I said, "Where you going down here?" It was like an alley. And then you get out of the car, and you walk up the alley, and you wouldn't see him till the next day.
He went out every night after bed check, and they called him the First National Banker Rechichar. Whatever he had money-wise, he had in his pocket. He didn't know what a bank looked like. And he had one lampshade in his apartment wherever he lived, and he wouldn't let anybody know where he lived either, because he'd keep clothes all over, different apartments all over Baltimore. And he had every telephone number he ever had was on this one lampshade in his apartment. So he'd sometimes, if he had to make a call, he'd have to go clear across town to his lampshade.
Bert lived like a gypsy who is at home anywhere and nowhere. He was liked by everyone, but understood by very few. Although his teammates always found Bert easy to get along with, Coach Weeb Eubank did not. And in the autumn of 1959, he fired Bert.
When Weeb cut him off the football team, he pulled up one of the iron stakes that was on the football field, and he bent it around his neck, and he went, like that. And when he bent it, hell, everybody started watching and wondering what's going to happen to Weeb, because Weeb had cut him. So Weeb didn't look him in the eye. Weeb started picking up grass off the ground and told him he wasn't good enough. And that night, the coach locked his door and put the chairs behind it. We know he locked his door because it was locked every night. He's the only coach that ever locked his door. He didn't take no chances on the players coming down, taking, action. But anyway, he sent him on his way, and I ain't never heard from him since.
Bert Rechichar, a famous first with his foot, only fitting for a gypsy who remained footloose and fancy-free.